Now let's start with all the developments that are coming in from the NATO summit. Now we spoke about what we can expect from the summit, but it's in fact Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy was hoping for a breakthrough this time around.
He's hoping for a lot. He wants a direct yes or no. That's what he came asking for. But I guess there have been other plans. Now, NATO's leadership has agreed at its summit in Vilnius that Ukraine's future lies within the alliance. But the group, however, has stopped short of handing Kyiv the invitation or the timeline for accession that Ukraine seeks eagerly.
As a Ukrainian flag from the war front lines goes up near the NATO summit in Vilnius, the message from the Western Security Alliance to Kyiv is that Ukraine belongs on the team eventually. Ukraine's future is in NATO, a leader's declaration read on Tuesday, a sentiment echoed by Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg.
We also made clear that we will issue an invitation for Ukraine to join NATO when allies agree and conditions are met. This is a strong package for Ukraine and a clear path towards its membership in NATO.
What exactly those conditions are isn't clear. NATO members have previously agreed Kyiv cannot join while it's at war. Still, Ukraine had hoped for an invite or timeline during the summit. NATO will make Ukraine safer. Ukraine will make NATO stronger. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy told the flag-raising crowd in the Lithuanian capital. Earlier, he said it would be absurd not to get a timeline.
And if you look at other membership processes, there have not been time lines for those processes. They are conditions-based, has always been.
Hours before the meeting's start, Russia attacked Kyiv with drones, underscoring that the Ukrainian counteroffensive is unfolding more slowly than Ukraine had hoped. Still, NATO has dropped the requirement for Ukraine to fulfill what's called a membership action plan, effectively removing one hurdle for getting in. It also vowed to work with Kyiv on military interoperability and other reforms. And Zelenskyy did score other wins. Germany announced new aid worth over $770 million. And following a similar announcement by Britain, French President Emmanuel Macron said Paris would start supplying long-range cruise missiles. That move was slammed by the Kremlin, which said it was watching the summit very closely.
Now, although Zelenskyy failed in his efforts to secure a time frame for Ukraine's membership to NATO, it has made headway in garnering support of Western allies because now they were asking for fighter jets, and I think there is some headway in that respect at least.
Right, absolutely. Now, an 11-nation coalition has been set to start training Ukrainian pilots on F-16 fighter jets. This announcement came on the first day of the ongoing two-day meet, and according to reports, pilots from Ukraine will begin training in Denmark from August this year.
Ukraine's defense minister welcomed the move by the country's Western allies. His Dutch counterpart said that the allies would establish a center to train pilots in Romania over the longer term.
It was a very famous quote, "I have a dream." So my dream realized. So we will have F-16 as a serious part of air defense systems of Ukraine. That it's just set up first stage training courses. After that, we will have fighter jets.
Meanwhile, the United States has still not given the go-ahead for any country to supply the F-16 jets to Ukraine as it battles Russia's invasion. Washington has reportedly put the brakes on providing advanced jets. This over concerns about the long timeline of the raging conflict, high price and the possibility of escalating tensions with Russia.
We don't know. Okay. You know, I'm a lawyer. You became a lawyer, always lawyer. But you don't have to sign them.